What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video, let's take an updated look at Chainlink, because I know a lot of you are absolutely huge on Chainlink, and given the current market conditions, you have no idea if it's going to go down or if it's going to go up. So in this video, let's discuss that. But before I get right into it, guys, yesterday I posted a video on Solana saying that if we broke this level at 37.8, we were going to get an absolutely massive pump, and if you were to have just taken that breakout, then you would be up about 16 to 17% right now, which is absolutely huge given current market conditions. If you haven't watched that video on Solana already, I actually give you the best levels to buy Solana at. I'm going to want you to check that video out after you finish this video. So without any further ado, let's dive right into Chainlink. So to kick things off, we have to first move onto the daily chart to see what is exactly up. And right off the bat, it is not looking pretty, right? Because if we just hide all the drawings, we can see that Chainlink has in fact broken below this purple line right here, which is a 200-day exponential moving average, which, if you are a long-time follower of this channel, I always like to say that it is a very strong dynamic support and resistance, which means for Chainlink to have bullish momentum, it is going to need to break above this 200-day EMA, which is currently sitting around 27.3. So that is going to be the first order of business for Chainlink, and it has to break that level in order to be bullish. So previously I was discussing this triangle, right, this pennant thingy with everyone, and it seems that we have broke downwards, because honestly this was looking more like a bear pennant than anything else. So what's next? Like, should we still stay in Chainlink? Where should we buy Chainlink? This is what I'm going to get into during this video. So right off the bat, on the daily chart, because we have already discussed that we have fell below the 200 EMA, let's take a look at Market Cipher. So just on the first look itself, it is not looking the prettiest. Now I'm going to be honest, it's not looking the prettiest. However, this is on the daily chart and things may change at any given moment, especially considering how fast the crypto markets move in general. So at the moment we are coming down to form quite a thick wave, but here's the thing that I want you to look out for if you have Market Cipher. On the daily chart, if we come down on this wave right here, and we form a wave that is shorter than this wave right here, then that would mean that momentum is shifting towards the upside, because this would be the anchor wave and this would be the trigger wave. This is definitely going to be something you want to be looking at, because if we do get this trigger wave right here, it is going to signal that Chainlink is about to get a massive pump. Just now we discussed that this $27 level is going to be a strong resistance for Chainlink, so let's just mark that on our level. And at the moment I might even move it a little bit downwards, because as you can see, we have previous resistance here, we have support here, and the other reason that I'm moving this level down is because the 200 EMA is looking like it's going downwards, So let's just prepare for the worst. I would rather you take profits earlier than to miss your take profits completely and to watch your profits come all the way back down and disappear right before your eyes. On the daily chart, look out for this thing right here. Now that we understand what is going on the macro level, let's dive into a lower time frame so that we can get a better sense of exactly what is going to happen next. And right now, it is not looking pretty on Market Cipher right now, because you can see that money flow is looking like it's starting to curve into the red. But here is the saving grace for everyone. It's that we have already formed an anchor wave. That means the next wave that forms is probably going to be like a mini wave that is just, going to signal that momentum is shifting towards the upside. However, over here at this channel, we are grand strategists. We do not simply be overly biased towards any given direction. In the event that Chainlink comes down to form an even deeper anchor wave, it is always a possibility. So I want you to just keep this possibility in mind. In this case, if we were to come down to form this mini wave before moving upwards, right? So we're going to form a red dot here, and then we're going to form a green dot here. So if we do get this green dot, that means that the bottom is in for now, right? A temporary bottom is in. So you can go long after you get this confirmation. But because this anchor wave is not the thickest anchor wave that we have seen, there is a possibility that Chainlink can come even lower, and the price is going to reflect that. Right, potentially we're going to get to about the $17 level, $16 level, where you are going to have an absolute brilliant time buying Chainlink. Like, imagine getting Chainlink at $15, right? And by the way, I just wanted to let you know that we have a private Discord group that is absolutely, like, this is where I'm sharing all of my sniper entries. Like, look at this. If you remember the last time, Cake actually went to $9.4 and I caught Cake at 9.5. We bought Cake there, and then it went all the way up to 21, where we closed 50%. Basically, we acquired all of these coins at the exact bottom, and the private Discord group is going to be where I am calling these exact bottoms. Literally, it is as easy as setting an order at the level that I call, set your stop loss and set your take profits, and it's automatic money. If you want to join this Discord group, I only have about 70 spots open left, and if you pay with crypto, you're actually going to get up to 40% off the price. Secure your spot before it fills up. Back to Chainlink. As I was discussing, if we do get this deeper anchor wave right here, then this would be only a bottom, because I always like to say that an anchor wave is simply a bottom and it is not the bottom, which means if we do get this anchor wave right here, it is not actually going to be the bottom. In fact, only after we get the anchor wave plus a trigger wave, okay, this is going to be the trigger wave, before that is considered the bottom, which means there are two things, right? There are two scenarios that could play out. The first of which is the price comes down to $15 and then goes even lower. God forbid it goes even lower. And then we're going to get price coming down, but momentum is shifting up. So in this case, this is what you call bullish divergence, in which case this trigger wave right here, the moment you form that green trigger wave, it is going to be a sweet entry, because you're probably going to get back to, I don't know, like $30 or maybe $40 Chainlink. And if you get in at a price of, you know, lower than 10, then that's an easy 4x. But the other scenario, which is probably more likely here, is that Chainlink is going to come down to this level and then it's going to form a double bottom, right? At the same time, momentum is going to shift, which means that price stays the same, but momentum is moving upwards, which means that if you just get in on this trigger wave right here, you are going to be very, very successful in Chainlink. Those are the two possibilities that I want you to keep in mind for Market Cipher. Now, here's the other possibility that I am looking at. If you just come down to the 1 hourly chart right now, you can see that in fact we are forming something like a head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders in fact. So if I just draw it like this, then boom, we sort of have an inverse head and shoulders, which means that if Chainlink were to break out of this level right here at 24.3 with volume, mind you, right? You want to look for volume. You want to look for this kind of volume spike, right? But green, obviously, not red, because that is signifying that a lot of people are looking at the same trading setup as you, which means that if the price were to break above, there is going to be a lot of people and a lot of volume to push the price up and not let it fall back down. So if you get a break above this level right here, you are going to want to get in. So as the price is breaking out, you can just, you know, place your entry right there and ride the wave up to about $27, which is, as we discussed, the 200-day exponential moving average, which is going to be a very strong resistance for Chainlink. In order to buy the breakout of this level, you're going to want to, you know, look for some consolidation along this level, right? So imagine if we draw this line here, you're going to want to see the price repeatedly testing this resistance, and then eventually it will break through. So the thing about resistances and supports is that the more times a resistance or support gets tested in a short amount of time, the weaker it's going to be. So if Chainlink does something like this, I want you to start buying some Chainlink because we're about to take off. So if you see something like this happen, just go for it. Okay, your stop loss can be just right here because that would invalidate your head and shoulders pattern, or it could be even down here below $22.4. Depends on how much risk you are willing to take. But for now, 100% look for the breakout of this level right here at 24.3. And if you want to find out why support and resistances are weaker as they get tested more and more times, I'm going to want you to check out the private Discord group, because over there I literally provide an absolutely world-class education. There are people in there who have been doing stocks for years and they're still learning something new from what I teach. Like literally, forget about the chart calls. Like literally, forget about the calls that I make. Just the knowledge that you will acquire inside the group is going to pay off in dividends if you are serious about trading as a career, or if you're serious about doing trading. It is going to help so much. And remember guys, spots are limited. I am not going to open up the private Discord group after it is filled up for quite a while, so get in while you still can. In this instance, because we were discussing about Chainlink potentially moving even lower than its current price right now, let's take a look at any of the lower levels that could provide some support for Chainlink. And to do that, I'm going to go onto the daily chart because over there, everything is stronger since these are going to be support and resistances on the macro level. In fact, I'm also going to bring up the VPVR indicator just to get a clearer picture of where all the volume is at. And right off the bat, let's take a look at this level right here at 12.5. Look at the amount of volume concentrated in this area right here. That means that if the price were to fall to this level right here, a lot of people are going to be scooping Chainlink up like no tomorrow. So that is going to be a strong level. In fact, another level that I would personally look at would be about 13.8 and possibly about $11, right? 10.8 to $11. These three levels are going to be hyper strong support for Chainlink should it drop below $15, right? I don't expect that to happen, but if it does drop below $15, I want you to literally just heavy buy, man. Just aggressively buy these three levels right here. You are not going to regret it because the moment Chainlink recovers back to its previous all-time high, right? Let's just illustrate this for you. Imagine if you get Chainlink over here and it goes back up to previous all-time high. You are literally going to triple your money. These are going to be the next moves for Chainlink. Remember, I want you to watch out for this shift in momentum on the daily chart. And at the moment, money flow is leaving the asset. So potentially, Chainlink might be seeing more downside, which is why I'm giving you guys these lower limits. And if you are, you just want to be a little bit more aggressive, I would actually start dollar cost averaging at about $19.6. That is going to be a good level to get some Chainlink as well, because you have volume over there and you have confluence from previous, support resistance over here, support again, you get the point. And if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _theartofcrypto, this is where I am sharing the latest market updates. You are not going to want to miss out on them. And remember, if you appreciate the fact that I always give you exact levels and exact instructions on what to do, you are going to love the private Discord group. There are many people who have paid off the monthly subscription fee just in a couple of trades. It is going to be very worth it. So I want you guys to sign up right now. And remember, if you pay with crypto, you get up to 40% off. You are not going to want to miss out on this. So with that said, my friends, may the gains be with you. Stay safe and peace.